right. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to another episode of
Taking the Stage.
So now, you part of it?
Okay.
You part of the intro?
Was too early? Okay.
Nah, that's the point. You're supposed to be part of it. So, this is another episode of our podcast. Just a couple homegrown folk just trying to put a little piece out there as far as how we feel and how our lives go, and just kind of normalize being this skin tone in America. That's I'm going too far.
It's okay. What they say now, we're here for vibes only.
Oh, vibes on. Oh yeah. Good vibes on. Good vibes on for sure. That's for sure. Look, let's start off. How was your day today, Poopy? I have a lot of nicknames for my wife. Poopy, Boobs, Boo Booski, Paige Babe, Paige Wage. I got a lot of them. Okay, I'm sorry if it's a lot. It's too much for you. I'm sorry. Okay.
Oh my God.
Babe, how was your day today?
You mean today, as in this new day after 12?
No. Well, I meant Wednesday. We're recording this on Thursday morning, apparently at 12:47.
You mean Friday morning?
Friday morning, goodness. We normally record on Wednesdays. So, Friday morning. So, how was your day Thursday? Is the correct way to describe it, I guess. Yeah.
We made
it. Trigger, we made it.
You know. Whew.
The Most High is good all the time.
All the time. It was
interesting, to say the least.
Just one of them days.
Just one of them days.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's all you got?
But we're here now.
We passed that.
Let's focus on what's important.
We passed that. Okay, so how was your week? The week was interesting for sure.
We're here now.
Wait, hold on, We're gonna describe the week a little bit.
Actually, this week, the highlight of my week was our daughter turning 2.
Certainly, yes.
Everything outside of that, we made it.
We made it through. We made it through.
You know, sometimes you have those weeks where you're just like, I am not on my game, and I'm fine with that.
Absolutely.
I make peace with it and be like, I'm gonna come harder next time.
There we go. I know a couple times this week, especially when I have early classes, I get to the class, I'm like, but if I make it through the day though, I'm good to go.
How does someone go? Never be defeated. That's the point.
That's the jam. That's the purpose. I think that's the critical part about why we want to do this podcast is, again, like I said at the beginning, just kind of make it feel real that it's okay to be struggling. It's okay to every day is not your day. That's all right.
Right.
But we boom and we still successful. We still making it through, and we still enjoying it too. That's a critical part too, is that at the end of the day, literally at the end of the day, I'm like, I get to come home to my family. Now, dealing with our daughter ain't the most easy thing to do. As the past 2 hours would tell you, it's not the easiest thing to do. But I still get to go home to them. It's not even though it's a struggle. It's not a struggle of mind. That's kind of all right. Well, at least that's the struggle I'm dealing with. So, like,
if I had to struggle with anything else, I would prefer it to be this.
Certainly, yes, 100%. Big facts. So, one of the things I want to talk about in this episode, in this podcast, is what's our normal day like? What is it to be, the Staige, the Steve Paige? What's our normal routine? What's kind of how does our life go? And what have we been through to get to this point? Just the steps, and then also kind of, to understand us a little bit more, and kind of, it's not just random questions that we're asking like we did in previous episodes, but more, it's kind of get more in, as you would say, oh, you're just going to tell them all of the, no, I'm just trying to dig into who we are as people and how we've gotten here. So what's our normal day like, man? What was your like your normal day on a Thursday, on a Tuesday, on a Wednesday? What's your normal day like?
My normal days are very low key, especially during this.
Loki.
Well, I make it. That's the thing.
You make that.
I mean, to me, that's what life
being
is.
bashful, child.
That's what life is. I mean, I have class. I take care of Mel. Take care of the house. And
be more Pacific, not Atlantic. Be Pacific. What's the actual? You say you have class. What does that mean? You have class. So you're in law school.
Yeah.
But it's like today you had 4 classes, literally back to back to back to back, right?
Yes.
That's not just having class, man.
I mean, I still have to be like, of course, engaged and everything. It's just, a little difficult sometimes with her in the background. Oh, well, during COVID, the campus isn't allowing face-to-face classes, and so we have to do everything virtual.
Mm-hmm.
And so we have Mel. Well, I have Mel the whole day, every day. And it gets a little taxing sometimes when I need to read something or I'm trying to answer a question and she's like, 1, 2, 3. And I'm like losing my train of thought trying to ask my questions. And I'm like, I know these people are getting tired of hearing this baby in the background. But that's life. That's what I have to deal with to get through my day. And so outside of that, it's just normal, I guess, everyday stuff. I kind of feel like everybody, you just jam-pack everything and you kind of make things work. And then by the end of the day, it's just, you get to calm down and relax. And that's that,
Yeah, and I'm with you. And so a lot of times I'll see my day as okay, because I've since Mel has been born, I wake up early. That's what I do, and I've most of my life I've been like a night owl, so I still go to sleep late. But then like right now we're shooting this 12:53 hour time.
That's why I sound like this.
She ain't brushed her teeth since she took that nap real quick.
Hey.
But we're shooting this at 1:00 in the morning, and I'm a night owl, so I'll go to sleep after we're done. But then I wake up early as well since Mel's been born, and so I wake up 6:45, 7:00 in the morning, just to make sure everything is good as far as okay. So I get my shower out the way. I get, all my clothes out the way. I get prepared for the day. If it's something with, we're going to church or we're preparing for the day or we're trying to do some stuff, I'll get that out the way as well. Just to prepare for, okay, when Paige and Mel wake up. But the reason I bring it up is because in my head, I think I did a lot throughout the day. I couldn't imagine being you. I can't imagine the we watch a lot of podcasts, we watch a lot of videos on YouTube and stuff like that. And Angel comes to mind, Angel Moore, who's a podcaster and actress and things. And she brought up something one time. She says, well, and exactly what you said. I thought about it before you said that today is she said, well, but I got to make it happen. Like, it's not just like, okay, well, this is something that's going to deter me from making it happen or making what I already had in my head or the day or what I've already prepared for this moment to happen. Well, you just make it happen. You have that drive in you. And so, it's interesting to see that I sometimes take it for granted maybe, but it's interesting to see how you work as far as, my wife is in law school. Y'all know that, right? My wife is pregnant with a 1-year-old or 2-year-old. She's 2.
Oh, she's 2.
Pregnant with a 2-year-old, and she still got to do it with me every day. Like that, she got a lot going on. And not to mention what she does for our faith, for the church, for the water in this family. It's a lot, but she doing a podcast at 1 o'clock in the morning. So
No, I think
I don't think
it's
it's too
kind of
much for her.
like I always say, you never know what you can do until you have to do it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, sometimes people are like, I don't know how you do it. Or I don't know how such and such does this. Or I don't know how you would do this. And it's like, I mean, if you've never had to do it, then
You wouldn't know how to
yeah.
do it. Right?
But if that's what you had to do it, like you said, if that's what you needed to do during the day, you really can't think like, there's no way I could do this.
Well, interesting you say that is because so you said recently, which we're gonna have a parents podcast later on about just our parents specifically, but recently you said you talking to my mom and you said you had a conversation with your mom about how your mom, since you're pregnant, your mom said you don't need to be bending over like that, you don't need to be doing this, and you said, Mama, you 3 kids on your own by yourself, you was good.
Right.
And so it's a similar thing, right? It's kind of like, but she did it on her own because she knew she had to make stuff happen because she had 3 kids. So
yeah,
it's a similar thing. It's kind of it's a once you have to do it, then you know you have to do it. It's not a, well, I went through a struggle or I went through this moment. It's kind of like, no, I mean, I did it for you, for your kids, for the betterment of this family. So it wasn't a, in the moment, it doesn't feel like a struggle. It just feels like this is something we're doing.
Yeah.
That type of thing. Okay, so that's our day. That's good. That's good. Not okay. Let's. So
how's your day?
Why you had to ask me all that? Hold on. Wait, hold on.
I don't get to ask you how your day was.
Absolutely, you should. I think that's a fair point. My day was good. I woke up. I was a bit tired because we planned on shooting this episode yesterday.
Yes.
And Mel refused.
We both fell asleep and she was still up.
Yeah.
Like, you fell asleep, putting her to sleep.
That was at like 9, 10 o'clock.
Yes. And then
I woke up.
And then
she was still awake.
Putting her to sleep.
And then you fell asleep, putting her to sleep. And it was, we finally all 3 of us got in bed about 1, 2, something like that. So it was pretty late. But yes, both of us fell asleep trying to put her to sleep. But I think that was a recoil of her birthday being Tuesday and her not, she still had, that energy from her birthday day. But anyway, so I didn't sleep well last night. And so this morning it was okay.
You didn't sleep well, I couldn't tell.
What you mean?
You were snoring. We did get up a couple times.
No, I just meant I didn't sleep well, as in it wasn't I didn't sleep much. When I slept, it was sleep. Oh yeah, it was sleep. I slept hard. It just wasn't quite a bit enough when I woke up, because I have a class at 9:30, so I wake up at like 6:45, 7 to go to teach my class. And I mean, it was a pretty good day. The classes were well. I mean, we did. I think they learned stuff as that's my intention. So the day was good, and then I came home, took a nap with Mel. Well, Mel took a nap. I lay next to her, and then had my night class, and yeah, I mean, had a good time with you. As far as the little times that we had, in between the day, Thursday's our long day, so it was a good day. Day. I think I was productive. We were productive. I think as a family, and yeah, I enjoyed the day. Did I answer your question? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, we chit chatting. That's the point. That's the point. Oh, that's the point.
That's what we normally ask each other every day.
Yeah, at the end of the day, that's what that's what we do with dinner. It's just kind of saying, "How was your day?" Okay. So on to the docket. Can I say docket? Is that
no?
No, I'm not allowed to say docket yet. That's not okay. All right.
These are your iPhone notes.
iPhone notes. That's a docket. That's what a docket is. Paige.
Oh
no. Anywho, the question I have on here. So I wanted this episode to be about our daily lives as parents, our family dynamic, like us 3, 4, and how that goes and how we interact with each other, but also how it compares to our family dynamics growing up, and then how that has carried on to or from our parents and those type of things. And so, uh, how's pregnant life? Oh, don't look over here. Hold on. Don't be looking at the questions. Don't be looking at the questions.
I
Hold
was
on.
talking about Mel this week.
That's on the docket. How is pregnant life? And then how is life with a one slash now she's 2 year old? How is that life? How is that life for you as a black woman in this world, holding a child in your body?
Well, you do know that all women.
I was talking about your specific experience as a woman.
You said like only black women have babies.
No, I just meant as in your experience as a black woman from New Orleans holding a baby with a 1 year old during a pandemic. All those things are very unique.
Um,
Don't just say it's good. Child, we on the podcast.
No, I would say this time I'm a lot more exhausted.
Go ahead.
Well, every time I talk to my doctors, because you know me, I'm like, I'm always in tune. And I'm like, okay, I don't feel the same way I did last time. And they're all like, well, you do know you have a 1-year-old or a 2-year-old. But last time I talked to him, she was 1. They're like, you do know you have a 1-year-old. And I'm like, I get it. I'm just like so tired. But it's just not even, lack of sleep type of tired. Just, it does a number on your body, basically. And then the whole like mental thing, trying to get prepared to have children versus a child, and seeing how she is now. And sometimes I'm just like, we'll see what happens during the summer or in the summer and fall. We'll see how this is going to go. I mean, I'm sure whatever happens, if I have to change some stuff around or do whatever, I'll do whatever I need to do. But I do worry a lot. I can't lie. I do worry a lot about, how things are going to be.
Well, and so let's be clear. You worried a lot before we had kids. You worried a lot about everybody around you, and so that's your natural nature. But definitely worrying about your kids. Like I get it. I'm curious to know, why is it that you worry? And not curious, but I want you to explain, why is it that you worry so much more nowadays? Is it because it's 2 kids, or is it because Mel is so active, frantic, wild, to say the least? Is it because of her, or what's the what's the worry? Because and the reason I ask that is because in my head, not say it can't get no worse, but Mel is already kind of already energetic, and she's the okay. She pushes us to, now listen, this is enough. She pushes us to that limit.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I don't see another baby or a new child, or bringing a new child into it being it's not. We already parents in my head.
Yeah, I don't think it would be like the straw that broke the camel's back or anything. But I do think, seeing how she is now, knowing that she's always changing. She's only 2. So she's going to be a completely different person by the time this new baby comes. And then the new baby is going to make her a different person. So I'm interested to see how she changes and adapts, and how we do. I mean, I know with everything, we kind of, even if it takes us a little bit, we eventually find our flow. But during that, like, shaky part, that's what I get a little nervous about. Because I know sometimes during a day, like, especially a day like today, like when you came home, you saw me, I was just like completely drained, because there's just like, from the moment I wake up there's no time where I don't hear her voice.
Yes.
It's like
Not no time, very little for sure. Minimal.
well, like
when you wake up, she still be asleep, but
for a little bit she's
I'm about to say, but it's minimal. Yes,
and then it's whining, it's singing, it's laughing, it's trying to talk to me during class,
watching YouTube,
climbing on me, singing along to YouTube, whining some more, and then when you get home, she wants to take a nap. And I'm like, no, stay up with him like you stayed up with me.
I realized that, and you said that before, but I realized that today. I was like, oh no, she's just waiting for me to come home to take a nap. It's not, she been wanting to sleep. It's just, now it's like, oh, daddy's home, let's take a nap. He gonna lay down with me for a second. But she been wanting to do that, even if you try to lay down with her. She still just, it's her, she's gotten a routine of, well, I'm just gonna mess with mom for as long as I can, which is
because she knows my routine. She knows if I sit down, then I'm not gonna do the things that I need to do. Like once I'm done with school, I immediately get to like house stuff.
Exactly.
And if I take time to like sit down, I know I'm not gonna do what I need to do, and then all of that stuff gets shifted over to the next day. And I don't like that because I have
a day, the week gets pushed back and all that.
It's like either the week is pushed back or I have to like cut out a huge chunk of time to cover my tracks, and I don't like doing that.
So Mel is a whole handful in herself. So in trying to deal with Mel and deal with the new baby and just hang out and still have fun, even when times like this when she sleep. As the adult man that I am, I have my own beverages. And
I was about to say hanging out. It is 12:45.
Well, I was saying in general. I was talking in general. And so I learned a while ago during Paige's first pregnancy to make your own, make you a beverage. We call it what's the name?
Oh yeah, we call them fojito.
A fojito.
They're really nice.
So I had on the docket. Well, how was your fojito today?
You and this word docket.
We can sound fancy. It's our 6th episode. It's really 5, and then
so
the
official.
4th one was remastered. It's fine. But this is our 5th episode, so it's official. So we can say docket on the slick. We sound cold. Wait, no, okay.
Okay.
How was your fojito today? Or it was just club soda? Oh, it was just ginger ale. But how was your beverage today?
It was good because I had it while I was shopping.
You was shopping online? Buying all the stuff.
Not all the stuff, just some things. Essentials.
Essentials, really? What essentials?
Essential things that I need.
Wait. That doesn't describe essentials. Hold on.
You have your essential things. I have my essential things.
These are the essential things I buy. Just t-shirts, sweatshirts, stuff like that. I'll move on to the next question. I'm
Don't worry about that.
I'm about to say, I'm not going to lose this battle. Hold on.
Let me see. What's next on this docket?
What's last on the docket? Okay, got it. What do your friends ask you about parenting? So let's first start with, okay, well, most of our friends were parents after us, right? Or are parents after us. We had one couple which was parents before us, and we learned a lot from them actually. At least I did. I know I learned a lot from them as far as so they were younger. They're young. Actually, two couples. I feel
okay, because I'm like,
couples.
who is he talking about?
Because I was going back and forth in my head. It's 2 couples. One of which is my brother and his wife. So Shane Janae. Episode 4, Shania.
No, it's Shane and the gang.
Oh, Shane and the gang. Okay. I was
like
just saying,
and subscribe on YouTube.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Okay. So Shane and his wife Janae. So her brother and sister. They had kids at a young age, but also or younger than us anyway. And then we had another friend couple. Are we mentioning names?
No.
Okay. So who had a child younger or before we did. And both of them were pretty instrumental in kind of us learning the vibe of what it is to be a parent at a not necessarily a young age, but a parent in general during these times, during this age. Not my uncle and aunt, not my grandfather, not my parents.
Mm-hmm.
It's just understanding. Okay, well, this is how parents do things nowadays, and just how to fill it out. And so, did you what did you learn from them, or what kind of tidbits can you take from them that we employed in our? Do you can you think of anything that you took from them?
That I was glad we waited a few more years to have kids.
Touche. Having a child at a young age.
Well, it's just like watching people have kids at a young age and like seeing how they kind of struggle within like, their relationships and lives and adjusting and things like that. Because at a younger age, you're still feeling out the world a little bit and finding yourself and trying to see kind of, where you fit in like with everything. And so adding kids during that time, I see that what they went through was completely different from what we went through. We were a little more subtle and ready, I think.
Which is the crazy part, because all four of them actually thrived in it. Mm-hmm. And I think
they became like completely different people.
Well, and that's I know we wouldn't have thrived in it, because the way we do things and the way we deal with things, we're so we probably wouldn't have done as well as they did. We wouldn't have.
I wouldn't say that, because you never know. But
I'm saying I saw how well they did in the circumstances that they were in, and I thoroughly appreciated and actually took from that okay, no, we'll be good when we become parents.
Yeah, I think it's because we come from like, you and I kind of like, we have to really try out everything like on our own at first. And so I do think that us having kids at a younger age would have definitely been a struggle, because I don't think that we would have willingly like accepted all of the help that everyone else had. And so we would have put a huge like burden on ourselves that we in essence wouldn't have to, and would have been sitting here now like, how foolish were we back then when we didn't accept that help? Like, that's us. I think that's what our plight would have been.
That's what I mean by we probably wouldn't have done as well as they did, because they kind of they took it in stride. We probably wouldn't have been as open to, okay, well, this is the new norm. It would have been like, but this is not what I planned for, and have that feeling. So another question I had is, how were we the same or different from how our parents grew up, or how our parents raised us? Let's be the last one. How our parents raised us. How are we the same or different? Or even more so, let's look at the other part. How do you think I'm the same or different than how my parents raised me, and vice versa?
I think you're exactly who your parents raised you to be. I mean, I know it sounds crazy. I mean,
so not who my parents raised me to be, but how my parents raised me. Because we're talking about how we're raising Mel, how we're raising
like
the new baby,
parenting and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Parenting style and parenting.
I don't know. I think that this question is very equipped if we answer our own.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, you're right.
So because all I know is you as of 20.
Yeah. That makes yeah. So that makes more sense. So answer the question.
Oh, so me first. How my mom raised me versus how I am. Wait, say it one more time.
How are you as a parent versus how, or not versus, but in comparison to how your mom raised you as a...
So not how she raised me, but not how she was as a parent.
Wait, those are the same thing.
I thought you meant like the things that she like instilled and how I transferred that over into
How you think
I
you are as a parent in comparison to your mom?
Look
And
at
not
me.
versus, in comparison. Good. This is an easy question. In my head, I wrote it down nicely.
See, this is why we couldn't have had kids early. We would have been sitting here thinking
Back and
all the
forth
way down,
for real.
and we still do that.
Yeah.
Well, one, I think that a lot of my mom's parenting came from like wanting to be preventative in nature.
Okay.
So with big stuff like serious things, like she never wanted us to go to jail. She would always say, like, my kids never got into like any trouble or anything like that. Mm-hmm. And with her, it was, well, for me, it was really easy. It's kind of like if you followed the rules and did what you're supposed to, then she was cool. I mean, relatively cool. But, you know, as I got older, I kind of understood why things had to be a certain way and why she did things a certain way, because she had a lot of kids. Well, 3. She had 3 kids, and she needed things to be in order and to be structured for it to flow. And how I am now.
So how do you think you've taken that and employed it to Mel, to new baby, etc., to your other 17 kids?
Right.
All her nieces and nephews are clearly her kids.
I think the fact that I have an older mom who's more of a,
in her head, not saying that their parents do well. I'm just saying, in her head, that's clearly her kids. Go ahead. Sorry.
Those are my babies. I think that since I have a mom who's a lot older, and well, I won't say a lot older, but she's older than
my parents.
Yeah, she's older than. But you have very young parents.
I do have very young
You
parents.
at a very young age,
Yes.
and then my mom had me at an older age, and so, just by her being like old school, doing that old school parenting, I think that I employ that a lot with how I am. You always call me the old church lady or whatever.
You gotta see the outfits. You gotta see the outfits.
Not that.
You gotta see the outfits.
Pops told me I had to retire my
church. We're gonna have an
hat.
episode just outfits. Okay.
But I think with certain like things like that, I take those things from her a lot. Just having a firm hand, but not too firm. But still, you can get this hand if need be.
Oh, Paige, go, wait. We ain't trying to get the people called. We ain't trying to get the people called.
Not the people call.
She meant in theory, and not the physical hand, not the physical hand, not it.
Okay.
No, okay. So similar thing is that for those who know me closely, I'm very, very close to my mom. My mom, me and her are spitting images of each other. Would you say? Wouldn't you say? Yes.
You are your mama's child.
I am my mama's child. That's for fact. Me and my dad. The Quisha, really, Paige. on the potty, and she gonna hit us for sure. We call it the potty, potty, P-I.
You call it the potty,
because that's a cool word too. Well, we already call it the kid anyway. But me and my dad didn't growing up up until like 11, 12, 13. Me and him had a very close relationship. Not the closest from then on to like what 22, 23, something like that. The reason I bring it up is because in saying that same thing is that still in all, and me and him have a very close relationship now, but still in all, I took from those experiences, from those times, from my entire life, I took that and employed it for Mel, for the kids being our nieces and nephews, for the new baby coming, is that we kind of, but we know that they need to learn from the experiences that we had as youngsters and how we grew up. And so, I think I take from both my parents and from your mom a lot, in trying to raise Mel and trying to kind of guide her properly towards, where I think she's going to be in. Well, she tells us what she's gonna be anyway. Ooh, don't she?
She let you know.
She learned. She learned you.
She's very self-aware for two.
That's for sure. That's for sure. Okay. This was brought up in a different podcast. And so I thought it would be a great question for us.
Mm-hmm.
What memories do you think we're trying to create, or that we should try to create for Mel, for the new baby? What memories should we try to create, or are there memories that are necessary to create? Is the generic, or not generic, but the general approach of, well, memories are created by you experiencing things. Like,
Mm-hmm.
how do you see trying to create memories for her, for the new baby? What's your thoughts on that?
I think that in creating memories, just us being the best we can be towards them. Like, I know that all memories won't be the best ones, but still us, trying at least. Like, I want her, or I mean, I want them to have memories of, seeing us together and all of us spending time together, traveling, definitely, safely together. And just like, like small things, because you really never know what's imprinted on someone's mind. It can be the smallest thing. Like, I remember one time, like growing up, we were going to a grocery store after church, and I had on some like new church shoes. You remember those, like the white shiny leather church shoes with like the little
My
tiny
goodness,
fake
yes,
heel?
yes.
I had those
You got
on.
stockings on too?
I had stockings and the lace socks on.
And the lace socks. Go
Told
ahead.
you, mom, I'm old school.
Oh yeah, that's old school for real.
And
Did you have a hat on?
no, I didn't, but I did have my curls in.
Okay, you got them the day before the girls.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, gotcha.
You gotta sleep in your rollers.
Yeah.
The hard rollers.
You had your,
Yes.
had your neck up like this.
Yes.
Had your neck up like this.
That's how
Okay,
we used to
gotcha.
sleep. But and I remember it was raining outside. We were walking to the grocery store, and mind you, as a kid, I was just very adventurous. Like, I guess tomboyish, so I would still like to run and play all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember my mom going, "You're gonna fall, you're gonna fall," and I'm like, Psh, she doesn't know what she's talking about. Sure enough, I went to go leap over a puddle, and I fell and scratched my leg all up like my clothes were dirty. I had on all white. My clothes were dirty. I had a big old hole in my stocking, and we still had to like walk through the store like that. I had to walk through the store like that and everything.
Let me hold you. Give me that. I need the neck real quick. Go ahead.
But like small memories like that, I'm like, my mom probably doesn't even remember that story.
But you remember every single one.
Yes, I remember every single part of it, like little memories like that. There are going to be some memories that you can't create.
Yeah.
They just come from living.
Well, and that's a great point. I think one of the things that I think growing up, I remember a lot of things. Like earlier today, I text my dad and my brother just a random video of a kid and their dad, literally doing wrestling moves. The kid was doing wrestling moves on the dad, and being able to text that to my dad and my brother just automatically triggers the great memories that we had watching wrestling as when we were kids. But in saying that same thing, I also want to try to avoid negative memories for Mel. And so I know as a dad, I've learned that, okay, well, I have to be careful with how I automatically want to respond to Mel, but it's not always the proper way or the exact way. Or, you've taught me, spank her on the hand or hit her, tap her on the hand, rather than kind of, okay, well, manhandling her, which I'm a man. I naturally want to kind of, Mel, get it together, that type of thing.
Tussle.
So yeah, tussle type of thing. So it's that just being able to try to figure out parenthood on the fly is not the easiest thing, but also understanding that you can learn from previous experiences, like trying to make those positive memories occur, and knowing that it's not always going to be you trying to make them. It may be, Mel may remember her birthday photo shoot that we did this past Sunday. Not saying, I mean, she's not going to remember it. She was 2, but those types of memories, trying to, okay, well, she might remember that more than she would remember us, doing some random stuff that I was trying to create. So
yeah, and I don't think it's possible for us to really avoid negative memories. I think that those just happen as well, because one day she's gonna be like a preteen or a teenager, and everything is gonna be a negative memory for her.
You trying to stress me out? It's 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. You trying to stress me out?
Like,
you're right. That's a fact. You're right. And everything is going to be, well, my dad and my mom, and oh my goodness, they're. So you're right. It's going to be a thing eventually, but I was saying man, next question, man. Next question.
these are your questions.
Okay, so the next thing I wanted to talk about was in saying that we're trying to create memories.
Okay.
In the past year, we've had quite a bit of memories.
Yes.
And more specifically, it's been during a panorama. During this Panera bread.
Not Panera bread.
Okay.
I miss Panera bread.
I know Panera. Yeah, right. So the question I have is, what's the worst memory we've had, specifically with Mel?
With Mel, the worst memory.
During this time, because it's been a crazy time, and not saying that this is a bad thing. It's just we've had memories with her. We've been locked in a building with her for a year, and that was her first to second year of life.
Yes.
Can you what can you think of that was kind of, it was just wow, really, Mel, really?
I think worst memory. I would say her first birthday, because we put so much planning into it, and we weren't able to do it because it was at the height of, it was right when everything shut down.
Yep.
Like, her party was supposed to be the next week.
Yep.
But we still all know had a good time, and our baby saw a whole year of life, and thankfully she's seen another year. So I can't really say that was the worst. I think the worst memories I have are, I say memories because it happens sometimes.
Okay.
When I kind of feel like, in a sense, like losing control. When she's not listening. Well, not even like losing control when she's not listening, because I'm like, duh, she's 2. She's going to have moments when she doesn't listen. But in those moments where I feel like I'm about to lose my mind.
I'm with you.
I think those are the worst, because it takes a minute for me to come back and regroup. Yeah. And then I always feel so guilty for feeling like that. And so I would say that those are the worst times for me, when I'm just like, all I wanted to do was just have like 1 second to myself to go use the bathroom, and and then I'm just like, but it's fine though.
Mine is on the exact same wavelength. The memories that are like the pooping and wiping up and cleaning, and those things aren't bad memories. It's just kind of, she's a kid, she's a baby. Though stuff is going to happen, or her, writing on the wall or cleaning up after. Those aren't the memories that are the worst to me. Is really on me. It's kind of I have so much other stuff going on in that I did that day, or I planned on doing that day, or I meant to do, or I was trying to get accomplished. And then I take for granted I'm her father, and I didn't do right by her, so I dismiss it as, get on the iPad and come on, just focus, and I'm trying to do something, and I'm, that type of thing, and then I realize it hits me like, but I have to be better for her, for her, and so I lose a part of, okay, well, dang, Steve, get it together. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I need to do better. I need to do right. I need to. So, and I try to correct it as soon as I realize it. But those are the worst moments or feelings or kind of the worst vibes that I get when I'm just like, come on, bro. You know you could have did better today by
Mm-hmm.
mail. And it could be a long day. It's Tuesday, Thursday, and I'm teaching all day. I have to grade, and I teach a night class, and then we're doing something at the end of the day, whatever it is, and then I knew I missed the moments where I could have been more effective as a father to her. So I think those are the moments where I missed the boat, especially when quarantine first happened. I knew I was just every 2-3 days I was just kind of, dang, I'm not doing as best as I could, and I should have done better. So, but I just want to bring it up, just kind of have us realize that, okay, well, but we human.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff happens. Stuff happens. What's some things that you would change in that same vein? Things you would change about how we've raised her so far, and or what we, and maybe even change for the new baby, just kind of how we would, maybe not necessarily just change completely, but kind of maybe even rearrange some thought processes or some ways to approach things. What you got?
I think that I would definitely be more strict with the scheduling.
Okay.
I think sometimes
Scheduling how? What you mean?
well, I think sometimes how it's like she has a definite time where she's dead tired and it's time to go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes we'll have those days where it's like, well, I have to finish doing this really fast and then I'll put her to bed because she's not sleeping right now. But and then that'll throw her off, and then we kind of get lost in a couple
Then the
days
next
of
day, yeah.
her staying up late.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, I know it's probably unrealistic with a new baby coming, but still, I want to try a little harder at that. And then also being a little more relaxed as things come up. I think with
You relaxed? Oh no.
I know it's easier to say it. It's easier to say it, but I think with Mel, everything with her was a first.
Yes.
So even still today, everything from now on is still going to be a first with her.
Yeah.
And so I am, look at me, I can't even talk. So I do think that I am always a little anal when it comes to different things.
We're trying to watch our words on the potty.
That's a bad word?
I don't know. I was just kidding. It's probably fine. Probably fine.
Not anal like.
Paige, you ain't gotta.
Oh.
Just go ahead.
But I think that with her, I think a little too much. I mean, I don't want to be like lazy or anything, but I do think that I can
overthink.
Yes, and I do owe sometimes everybody. I do owe it to everybody for me to, let go a little bit more sometimes.
Yeah,
I gotta keep y'all in check.
Oh, here she go. No, but on that same plane, I remember when Mel was first born, and you clearly just birthed the child, and a month or two after, everything that we would like, I would be paranoid And actually, I probably get that from my mom. My mom is similar on the same vein where she's so focused on what if, what could happen potentially negatively, and she's worried. She worries about things, and I get that from her. Where I was a worry warrior, as they say. I think that's the phrase, right? That's what people be saying.
I never heard that.
Worry warrior? You never heard that?
Mm-mm. I've heard of a worry wart.
Wart? Yeah, I've heard that too. And warrior, you know.
Mm-mm.
You think I just made that up?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. Anywho, a worry wart. I've heard that as well. Okay, anyway, my mom would worry a lot, and so did I when Mel was first born, and then you know Paige would say often, still to this day, "Oh, she'll be all right," and that was the it was a joking phrase at the time. It was kind of like Paige be like, "She'll be all right." Nah, she'll be all right. And then I eventually adopted that, realizing that child is gonna be all right. Now, when she was like 1 month, 2 months, I was still worrying, and with this new baby, I probably would still do the same thing. But that child's 2 years old. She gonna be all right. And not saying that as a what, like you just said. Well, you know, just dismiss parenting or watching over the child, or neglecting her.
It's just I saw her do the same thing yesterday 10 times. I know she gonna be all right.
Trust me, she gonna be all right. That child will be all right. And so that's one of the things where I've adopted that from you, and that knowing, okay, in raising her, in trying to raise the new child, I don't have to worry that much.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still gonna worry. I'm still gonna be concerned, and probably overly concerned, like you said. But I can feel a little bit of solace in knowing that I'm being a parent. I'm being a parent properly. I'm already worrying enough, but also, and I ain't gonna hold you, I feel like I got the Most High on my side, and so
I was just about to say that.
So bro, I can feel comfort in that, right?
Yes, because sometimes it's like the only thing I have going for me is that this was chosen for me.
Oh, 100%. Big facts, man.
And so I don't know what's on the other end of it, but I know somehow I'm going to make it through because I wouldn't have been placed here.
Creator got us, man.
Yes.
The Most High has us on, and that's not even trying to throw, it's not even shade, not trying to gloat. That's the word. Yeah, it's not even trying to gloat. It's just saying, I just feel that the Creator has made us for a purpose, and He's the Creator. The Most High is in our lives, most certainly, and so I don't have to worry as much. I ain't trying to worry myself literally to death. Okay,
and I don't think we'll worry as much with the new baby because we'll also have Mel. Like with Mel, we only had time to focus on her, especially during coronavirus, because there was nothing else that we could do but look at each other all day and then look at her all day. Like there was nothing else we could do.
And go ahead. Sorry.
No, so I think it's gonna be a little bit easier this time. One, because we've done it before, and two, because half of our energy is already going towards Mel.
But even more so, I think that Mel's going to help with the energy.
Yes.
Toward the new baby. And so I think it's going to just kind of work together for the betterment. Is because Mel's already high energy, high. I mean, that's why it takes her so long to go to sleep, right? Because she's on 10 all day. This is she doesn't stop. So, what did you learn from this year of being with me, with you, with Mel, with Corona, with being inside, with having taken time off from the church, from the faith, from our parents? We missed them for weeks at a time. What have we learned during this time? As a parent.
As a parent, or?
Well, again, the whole. You ain't been listening.
Well, because you said like the church and our parents and stuff like
No,
that.
but I'm just saying, but all of that in the same realm of, okay, but I'm trying to parent during this time. I'm trying to be a mom, a dad during these crazy times that are COVID.
I think that one thing I've learned was that y'all have to start giving me a little more credit because Paige has patience.
Okay. Okay. More patience than we knew. That's for sure. Okay. Well, how about this? Paige has grown patience.
Okay.
These times.
Yes.
That's fair.
That's something positive that has come out of COVID.
There we go.
Yes.
But okay, so give an example of what you mean.
Just basically
Patience with who? Patience with what?
With everyone. What are you talking about?
No, I'm not. I'm saying give the example. We on the potty, man. We trying to give examples. What we talking about?
I would just say patience as in, like, I don't really lash out or anything like that anymore. Growth.
Okay. But she 30. She 30.
Hold up now.
Wait, you ain't turned 30 this year?
No.
Last year? No. Go ahead.
Ooh. But no, I forgot what I said.
You've had patience with.
Yes, I feel like I have gained a lot of patience just being able to self-reflect and to really take everything on as more of a challenge rather than an obstacle or something that's like deterring me. Looking at it, I guess, kind of pivoting and looking at the hurdles of life as just that, like just something to get through. I think I've grown in that sense. And then I guess as a parent, like with Mel, nothing has really changed. I mean, from the day she was born, I have pretty much been with her all the time.
Yes.
So when COVID happened, it wasn't like, oh man, I have to be with Mel all day. Or it wasn't a huge shift because nothing had changed. I'm pretty sure Mel doesn't even know what is going on right now.
No,
nothing is different for her.
She does.
So, and then I also realized, which is something that I already knew, we really enjoy each other's company. Like, I thought we would get like tired of each other, but we spent all our time together anyway. And so we know how to read each other really well, where it's like, if you really
we
need,
is in
you
all three of
and
us?
I.
Oh, okay. So,
No, just you and I on a personal level.
okay. I thought you meant you and Mel at first. Okay. Yeah, y'all clearly don't know how to reach. I'm kidding.
But like, if we need like time to ourselves, we know when to like step back.
Yeah.
Or I don't know, we just find this way to like flow, kind of like river water. Like we go along and it works.
Yeah, and that so what I've learned about parenting during this. So I wasn't in the same boat because I haven't been with Mel as much as you have, or much as you have since she's been born. And so I wasn't quite in the same waters, but during quarantine, I realized as a parent how much you love your child. You gotta love your child to be that close to them all the time, and like you said, it's you find a new way, a new method, a new orientation of just not getting tired of your child, not getting tired of each other, not getting tired of being a parent. You just you figure it out. Mm-hmm. You figure it out. It's a not only a unique time, but it's a unique experience to have that as a father for a year and a half, for however long this goes. And so I think we're a special breed of parent. Mm-hmm. If you can make it through this and be still Gucci gravy throughout the whole thing. All right, I got one more question, and then we've been an hour. Goodness gracious, it's just good talking to my baby, talking to my poop. I don't care if it's 2:00 in the morning. That's fine.
And I don't know what it is about this baby, but I am starving. I really don't want to eat at 2:00, but I'm so hungry.
You about to go eat you some tacos?
Yes.
We're vegan for the week, so you gonna eat you some beans and cheese taco?
Vegetarian.
Vegetarian taco. Okay. All right. How are things different now from year one of Melody Zarai? So her birthday, which is this past Tuesday. And both of us. Well, she cried. I don't be crying like that. I don't be crying.
She.
Oh. If you know me, I do a lot of crying. Okay. But how was year? How do you expect year 2 to be from year 1 of Melody Zarai?
Year 1 was. I mean, technically, you mean year 1, like from when she was born?
I wrote this while I was half asleep, so I'm gonna say how do you expect the next year to be? How about that?
I expect the next year to be an adventure. I doubt we'll have a lot of time to really reflect unless we're doing the potty, as you call it.
The potty. Shout out.
I mean, unless we're doing something like this or having our like decompressing talks like we do at the end of the day. But during the day, I think it's gonna be a roller coaster. And then at the end of the day, we always like, I don't know how we did it, but we're here. I think that's how it's gonna be with her. Like, I don't see
you
her
think with
slowing
her and
down.
the new baby?
And Mel is very possessive. I don't think she's gonna want me to hold the baby. Like, I don't think she's gonna care that I'm holding the baby. I think she's gonna think that is her baby.
Yeah, but in that same vein, I feel like her lack of sleeping at night, those types of things, I think she's gonna be like, oh, well, my sibling is asleep. Let me go to sleep. Because she's gonna be so active, like, but when my sibling wake up, I'm gonna wake up. So we can just have that time.
Yeah, I think it's something we're gonna have to teach her, but yeah, I can see her falling into that new role.
Yeah. And that's the thing, I think her behavior already kind of, like how she deals with her cousins, it's already, well, I'm in charge, I'm the head, you're not gonna tell me what to do type of feeling.
She was born a boss.
That is boss baby for real. She ain't never seen the movie, but that is boss baby. So because of that, I think she's gonna want to do that with her sibling. But in saying that, she's also gonna be like, yeah, but I gotta spend as much time as I can with sibling because that's what she does when like me and you give her like those intimate moments, those intimate times that we get a chance to when we're not really really busy. We get to hang out with her, and she just enjoys them and thoroughly wants them. And so I think she's gonna want to do that with the baby, with the new baby as well. So we keep saying new baby because we don't know the sex yet. We haven't gender reveal. That's what they call it. Oh, okay. Am I supposed to say that on the potty? I don't know how potties go.
You know what?
I'm gonna stop calling it the potty because you seem like you don't like it. You're done with this conversation. Okay, got it. Okay.
I don't know what you want me to say.
I don't know. All right. Did I have any more questions? No, I didn't have any more. That's it. It's 1:49. That's plenty of time, child. Shoot. You got anything else you want to say to the podcast?
Shout out one more time for Mel making a big 2.
And shout out to what's the Shane and Gang.
Oh yeah.
Follow Shane and Gang YouTube podcast and
they start a podcast?
Holy Homesteading. Holy
Homesteaders.
That's another podcast on YouTube. Definitely shout them out. Anything else?
I think we're all good this time.
We're gonna be throwing out these podcasts, man. We're apparently Paige said I got 4.5 jobs, and this is one of them. Podcasting. We're podcasters now. We're trying to make it happen, Kevin. Yes? No?
Yes. I'm sorry. I'm so hungry.
All right, y'all have a good rest of your day. Whenever you listen to this, watch this. And we'll see you all next time, okay? Have a good one.